Hi folks, this is Dr. Katie Liston. I haven't seen you since first year, so I thought I would take this opportunity to chat to you very briefly in advance of my first session with you next week. You'll know that I'm due to join you on the Sociology of Sport module. But before I talk to you about those 5 reasons, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about myself, because that's going to help explain why I'm so looking forward to working with you next week. You may know that all of us have been involved in sport in different ways, and you've probably just heard about us more as academics perhaps, rather than as maybe sports professionals or practitioners or advocates of sport. Well, in my case, I'm not really a practitioner. I haven't worked as a sports development officer, so most of my experiences in sport started from being a competitor. I was lucky enough to play Gaelic football for Kerry. And I was on the very famous 9-in-a-row Kerry team. I always talk about that because Cork ladies team are proud owners today of this title of winning the most Gaelic All-Ireland titles and so on, but they still have one more to get before they beat Kerry. I was lucky enough to play for the Republic of Ireland in international soccer. I've also played rugby when I was working and living in Dublin for a number of years. I was involved in athletics from a very young age. And I dabbled a little bit in basketball. So a lot of my experiences in sport started from being, I suppose, a young competitor and then progressing on to senior level. I've also done quite a lot in terms of voluntary work in sport. So when I wasn't competing as much, I took some of my coaching badges. So I've engaged quite a bit in coaching primarily Gaelic football and soccer, and maybe some of your friends have also mentioned maybe their experiences of having played soccer, certainly here at uni, and they may have been coached by myself at one point or another. And I've also been involved a lot in the organisation of women's football. So from a young age, I was involved in the Central Council of the now Ladies Gaelic Football Association. I've also chaired 1 or 2 women's soccer clubs, and I directed the first UEFA Women's Champions League tournament to be held here in Northern Ireland. So I'm passionate about sport, and I'm also passionate about working with students who are passionate about sport. Why would I give you 5 reasons on the back of that for coming to class on Monday? Well, the first one is obvious. This will be my first experience of working with you now as second years. I really enjoyed working with you as first years. And I'm very much looking forward to helping you to progress through this stage of your degree and to helping you clarify your own thoughts and your aspirations about where you're going to go in sport. Second, the lecture will be engaging. It will certainly be captivating, and it will challenge you how to think. And probably more importantly, it'll also grip your emotions, because the topic is feminism and sport, and everybody has a view on that topic. So there'll be lots of heated but informed debates around that. 3, a current final year student, Shane Kelly, will also come and chat to you for maybe 10 or 15 minutes and present on how he used second year to elevate his status amongst his peers. So in other words, how he used second year as a springboard for a very successful placement, and now for the success that hopefully he's going to have in his final year of study. 4, you will have the opportunity to have your say in the delivery and direction of the module. So I'm interested in hearing about what you think about the second year module, the Sociology of Sport, and how we might shape that going into the future with you on board. And last but not least, I plan to cover material that's going to be critical to your assessment on the module. So I'm personally looking forward to seeing you all. I hope you'll be looking forward to the session next week, but also for the coming weeks where I'll be involved with you in the module, taking over from Paul. And I look forward to seeing you all at 9:15 sharp.